Hey there, and welcome back to the author challenges of Inkbound, the roguelike action strategy game by Shiny Shoe. I've kind of burned through all my backlog. I had recorded originally 3 of these episodes and then simply haven't been able to catch back up due to being busy at work and recording other things and stuff. So now we're catching back up today. Now, this is an interesting one because our next challenge is, let me show you what it is real quick. Our next challenge is Popu's challenge. This one is fun because you start with glass cannon, which I believe cannot be removed or ground up. You lose half your maximum hit points, and enemies also all have glass cannon. So this is really interesting. I don't actually know if enemies includes bosses. It might. Probably. This means more than anything, you are prioritizing doing direct damage. You will take way too much incoming damage if you are reliant on damage over time, things like poison or burn. When deciding on the particular aspect that I want to run for this is also pretty difficult, I think, right? A lot of builds have the ability to go crit, right? You have things like Physical Moss Cloak is real. Or Magma Miner, also Moss Cloak. As are a bunch of other builds here. I think Clairvoyant might be really good here as well, but you also want to kind of avoid the runs that rely on too much setup, right? I'm a little hesitant about Clairvoyant because if I can't get my orb over there, or if I don't have like my 3 skills, my Spirit Bomb activated, you can have some real bad times. There might be situations where enemies are spread out so much that you're forced to take big hits. So Moss Cloak is probably the most consistent option here, in my opinion. That said, I also kind of don't want to play it twice in a row. So I'm thinking of trying something else. I also think Chainbreaker's pretty good here, of course. I think Chainbreaker's fantastic anyway, but it does have a poison build that might steal some of your augment draft picks and things like that. Similarly, Godkeeper has bleed that you really kind of want to avoid if you can. Star Captain might be actually okay. Frostbite's pretty bursty and is not terribly bad here, so it's not awful. But I'm always leery about picking Star Captain for anything, just because I think the aspect is the weakest. Now that said, of course, this doesn't have all the rank 20 modifiers, so I don't think it's that bad, but... Or is it rank 20 or rank 25? Honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't even remember. It's 20, right? Hold up while I actually figure this out. Yeah, it's 20. Okay, cool. I was about to go completely crazy, thinking it might be 25 here. No, that's not true. Anyway, so I think you don't have all those modifiers, so Star Captain's not too bad for this either. It should be pretty reasonable. Still, I don't think I've played Weaver on any of these so far, so I think Weaver will be good enough. There's obviously a lot of things that will work in our favor if we can get wide, loom or improvements to our thread ability that enables us to hit and lock up more targets. We're going to want to dodge burn, so things like Blaze of Bridget, despite being very strong normally, are avoided here. I'm just going to go with Forgery Forge because this will let me re-roll more into hopefully more high-powered options, and it shouldn't be too bad on that. And that's pretty much it. So I don't have terribly much else to offer here. I think we should have pretty much every class should be good on this one. So I'm just kind of picking whichever one I feel like playing. And in this case, that is going to be Weaver. So yeah, that's all I've got. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you like these videos. I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of Inkbound after I finish all of the authored challenges. I think the video counts are dwindling a little bit, and it's all good. I'm enjoying the game, so I'm recording it once a week, but I don't think it makes sense to be a permanent fixture on the channel. But all good. For now, we continue on. So let's go and start this dive. See what we get. Should be pretty good. I am going to be prioritizing a villain that does not cause me problems if it does get glass cannon. So for instance, we're going to avoid Argalath, basically. I'm also going to avoid Runestone, right? Because Runestone, despite being, I think, reasonable here, has those like guaranteed damage pulses that we're going to need to worry about. And the only one that doesn't is Cinder. Cinder is one that I can burst down. I can burst down his ads and just don't stand in the green goop and you're fine. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm picking Cinder here. It's a very obvious pick to tailored specifically towards this setup. Alright, now reminder, we don't have any of the book modifiers or anything, so I don't really have to do anything fancy. Starting with Glass Cannon is pretty awesome. I'm probably going to go either to Vengewood or Garden's Edge. I think Garden's Edge is my personal preference. I should be able to burst down pretty much everything, and we get free turns on Nim, so I think it will be okay. We'll do that. Honestly, I think you could take any of these. Even Janice shouldn't be a big deal right now, because you should be able to slam through the dummies without much issue. Alright, let's see what we roll. Barrier Potion will be useful. I want to prioritize damage. So Silenced Metronome is the best here. I do not want Burn. I do not... Ambusher's not bad, I'll admit. It's not bad. Definitely not going rope friction here. Sewing Stitch is kind of weak. I'm going to take Lengthy Threads. This is good because it enables me to use less will, rather, on locking everything up and then going with my big blasts. So we'll take Lengthy Threads here. Seems good. I kind of don't... Blur is okay, but I think I'm going to go with Silenced Metronome here. The Smite synergizes decently well with my mostly magical bindings. We'll see. I could see this providing some value. We are Forgery Forge, which means I'm going for the Quelling Cage. This will pay out. It will be worth it. Elemental Ale. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Alright, what do I get today? I should be able to lock these down and completely blast them. We're going to go... You can kind of see what I mean by this. I think I might be able to get all three here. I actually can. With a single shot, I can get all three and then just simply crit out this entire combat. Yeah, you see the advantage. Glass Cannon is very strong, but... And also, you can see Lengthy Threads doing a lot of work here, but gotta be careful. Tarnished Vault. Survivor Bonsai? No, thank you. I think I'm gonna go with Shadow Book. It's a really good grind here. Just trading 1 health in exchange for 30 Omni Power, make everything more powerful. Lean into Shadow a little bit. Will let me get through the early game pretty confidently. In a normal run, there's also a serious consideration for Scattered Samples, grind it up, and then immediately hunt for something like Champion's Chalice, but I don't think that's necessary here. I'm going to go with Shadow Book. Yeah, that's a nice pickup. As far as our binding, Cleave would not be bad. It does a lot of upfront damage. Lightning Bolt is pretty decent here too, actually. An offensive pick. With Glass Cannon in the bag right now, I think we're in a pretty good state. I'll take Lightning Bolt, actually. I think we're happy with that. I'm going to go for the grind. My immediate goal here is to do pretty much as much damage as possible. Alright, grind up the Shadow Book. Excellent. Gives us some free damage. I should be able to push pretty hard here with damage, so let's go Tarnished Vault, Big Quelling Cage. Be a little aggro. Extra money. Cool, we should get, let's see, $30 from this combat, I think. Alright, so the plan here is I'm going to thread these 3. I should be able to get them. Maybe. I might not be able to actually get them. We'll see. We're going to go these 2 and then these 2, which I should be able to pull off without moving too far. Okay, we have them all. I actually just kill anything I want to. Absolutely madness. Cool, I'm going to send it here. I'm going to honestly just shoot to kill these guys. I'm going to kill this man with a lightning bolt. Doesn't matter. I take 1 damage from everything else. I'll just hold on to the orb for next turn. I'm taking a little bit of damage here, and I don't really mind. Because if you recall, the entire point of the thing is... Yeah, we end this combat. Pretty soon, anyway. I forgot there's a 3rd wave because I picked a hard one. Yeah, you say, I'll save my will. It's fine. We should crush this. I have very low doubts about this. Cool. blast one of these. We can kill 2 here and then blow up this and end this combat without much worry at all. Great job. Cool. Big quilling cage, earn more money. Tarnished treasure, outlawed works. Tarnished treasure is not what I want to see here. I might re-roll that. Some kind of defense seems pretty good here. Full glass cannon seems very dangerous. But when you have glass cannon, I mean, invigorate might be it, right? Just go really hard. Smoke bomb's a good middle ground if I'm worried about it, right? Some defense, some offense. Daze is decent here. I'll have to consider that. What's coming up? We do not get a grind coming up, so that's important to note. I do think a reroll here is worth it. These are not particularly strong otherwise. What do I get? Another Survivor Bonsai. I don't hate it. Verdant is not helpful here. I have less max hit points. Warden. I'll take the laid rope because this actually does stop me from taking 1 damage from every turn with Shadow. That will add up. That seems fine. It's especially okay to take something like this when I don't have a grind coming up. Now, as far as incoming, doing more damage, what do I want to do here? Invigorate's pretty awesome. I can do some absolute slam plays here with Glass Cannon and Invigorate. Make some real big nukes. I think I'm going to take Invigorate and just go hard. It's rank 1, right? It's not that difficult, so I think we're fine. Let's go to the garden here. I would like the money that it offers, and I would also like the free vestige. That's pretty good. Always a fan. Garden is nice for this. Great, we get some cash. I get a superior vault. On hitting enemies for the first time each turn, inflict shatter. It's a good force multiplier. I do like it. I could probably do better. It's decent. Executioner is fine, I suppose. I'm going to spin this, actually. I think I can do better. Yeah, on hitting enemies for the first time each turn, inflict Hex. That just generally seems better here. Also, it gives me 10 damage. That seems good. Great. Cool. Big Quilling Cage number 2. Yeah, that seems nice. We'll take that as well. They give me a fish. I'm probably just going to eat this fish. It's not a very good one for me. I could have eaten that with a control click, by the way. Things I constantly forget. Alright, we should completely send this, I think. As long as we're very hyper-aggressive, this should be okay. Alright, generate orb value here. Cool. Let's go this. I should be able to blast most everything here. Does anything survive a lightning bolt? No, not everything dies to lightning bolt. Great. So we're going to blast up here, take this orb. I'm going to walk out of this for sure. Interesting. I think I am going to go barrier potion here, and I'm going to actually lightning bolt one of these needlers. Yeah, I'm taking this damage because of... It's interesting. I wonder if they only get glass cannon if they don't already have it. It seems like they're not actually, not every creature is getting glass cannon here. I'm taking what? A little bit of damage from this orb. I can reduce this. I mean, I am going to lightning bolt this guy, right? It's fine. We get controlled weaving, but I don't have any movement here. That should be okay. I take a little bit of damage. It kind of sucks. Okay. I think the play here is I wish to hit like that. I do think I want to go up here. Yes, great. I think if I just shoot again, I get them both. Then I get... Grab this orb real fast. I think we can get out if I simply hit this man really hard and finish that turn. Yeah, you can actually see that I'm taking 0 here thanks to having laid rope. Well, actually, that's shield that got it that turn, but... Alright, this is pretty strong. I want to line them up first. Then I wish to invigorate, and we're going to blast everything here. Okay, we're out. Took a little bit of damage there, a little bit of a bummer. We get a lot of money, though, which is nice. Very powerful. Whispered... Ooh, this is an interesting pick. I get a grind is important to keep in mind here. Now, we do have Omni damage, so that's fine. I think cheese cards is the play here, because I would like crit, and getting a little Quilling Hoarder wouldn't be bad. Slows you down a little bit, but we're already ahead, so it's fine. That will be my grind. This is nice, I think, because crit rolls will be helpful. Whispered Invitation is very strong, but it completely negates my laid rope play. I could, however, grind this, which is tempting. I think I'm going to take this for now and just do even more damage. You could go Token of Regret and reduce yourself down to 5 max hit points, and then you're really feeling bad, but I like the Whispered Invitation here. We'll take it. We're going really hard. I'm going to go to the grind, of course. Take some extra money. We should have plenty of cash here. The grind here is, however, cheese cards. I do believe that to be true. Alright, we will take the Unbound key, of course. I'm going to go ahead, look at the store, see what I roll into. Yeah, Twin Fangs is fantastic. Do love that. It's a really good grind, if nothing else. Big fan. This gets me even further on precision, because crit rolls will be awesome. I'm going to re-roll this. Another cheese cards is not bad. You know, it's interesting. I actually think malfunctioning multi-tool might be pretty cool. Getting free smite is free damage. So, yeah, I actually quite like malfunctioning multi-tool here. On critting, gain a stack of blur once per turn. Do I want that defense? I kind of do, actually, right? I kind of do. Huh. A lot of good stuff here, let me tell you. Another cheese cards potentially provides a lot of value. Quilling Hoarder 3 is huge. Interesting. We're doing a lot of damage here, which is very cool. I'm going to need to calculate which enemies I hit each time for the first time on a turn. I've been kind of overlooking it because it doesn't really matter, but it is helpful to keep that in mind. Cheese cards, I think, plays nicer. I think Haunted is a little less exciting. I'm going to go cheese cards here, and I'm going to actually replace the laid rope on this one, which is very interesting. That gets me up to Quilling Hoarder 3. I'm going to hold on to everything else, and we're just going to go really hard here and completely blast the boss, I think. I don't think Nim stands actually much of a chance outside of guaranteed damage, which we will need to be careful about. Yeah, this is the guaranteed damage you need to be careful about. If I kill an ally of his, he will turn and throw this orb at me, and I will lose. So, how do we approach this? I actually think the answer is to shoot the bad guy and take 4 damage, then walk away afterwards. Straight up, I actually think it is, because I can walk away right now and risk 7, which is not bad. I could, if I take 7 here, I have essentially no defense, or I can take 4. Now, unfortunately, I can't seem to get these guys in one. I can move a little, but I need to be very careful moving at all, because I need to be able to walk out of this. I think we just stab him, he goes crazy, and I walk away. And I think in walking away, my plan is I can hit him, right? So I think the plan is to hit the boss, right? I can do that. And then I can do a big blast on him on this turn, which I think is pretty good. Yes, I'm going to go constrict here. Orb. I could constrict again, and that's probably fine. Yes. Now, I have to be careful because wherever I end up is I'm going to get another goop next turn, right? I get another goop. I have to hold off. I think, does Invigorate hold over? I think it does, actually. Carry over to the next turn. Right? Find out today? It sure does. Great news. Good. So now the plan is we're going to crit roll these guys. It doesn't matter if he aims because he's basically going to instantly murder me anyway. So we need to pretty much win this combat right now. Or push him to phase right now. Which I can do. Great. Look, we did it. See? Video game is actually easy. Just do 1,000,000 damage. Cool. It's actually terrifying when you think about it. So this free turn is mission critical to me. All right, I need to stab 2 guys here. All right. I will crit blast here, which ends that. I'm going to take this orb. I think I'm going to go Invigorate and do half his remaining hit points. I'm going to save the Stitch for next turn. This is relevant because Chompies. So watch this. Actually, I rolled a crit on Constrict, so I actually just win the combat. Great job. Horrifying. Completely terrifying, but we make it through. Okay, Epic Augment, what do I get? Plus 25 damage. I mean, honestly, Spun Threads is pretty good, making it free for the first few times. What do I roll here? 50 Omni damage for the rest of combat, or my next attack binding deals triple damage. I think scaling my Omni power is pretty good. Our combats are actually going to be very fast, though, so Adrenaline Rush might be preferred. I'm going to definitely take Spun Threads, making this free the first 2 times I use it every turn. Fantastic. This is great because it's essentially 2 free will. I want to do this anyway. Yes. Okay. Now, from here, Adrenaline Rush is pretty darn good. Triple damage I like. Battle Cry is my usual preference here because I do really like the ability to generate permanent Omni damage gain, but the nice thing about this is everything deals 50% more damage. I actually really like Battle Cry here because I am reliant on a lot of skills. You can do this and then immediately start getting a lot of value. I actually think it is a Battle Cry here. The lower cooldown is really good. I love Adrenaline Rush, but this is better if I'm a little lacking in damage, right? I can then create like one big nuke. Or if I have other multipliers, which I do, you know, Glass Cannon exists, but regardless, I think this is the right play. Now, I do have some glyphs that I can spend since I didn't have to re-roll that. So let's go ahead and buy an augment real fast. Reduce cooldown of another random binding by 1. I mean, it's going to be critical constrict, I think. This is fantastic. I just need to roll crits more and better, and we're golden. I'm pretty much going to be grinding up Twin Fangs here. And I'm actually okay just leaving cheese cards as is. I think it's Twin Fangs and what is it? Silenced Metronome, maybe? I don't know if I want to go that route. I do like critting an enemy, smiting that enemy. That makes my turns much stronger once I roll into the crits. Let's go to the Sea of Ink here. We're fine. We'll move on from here at least. I know one of my grinds. I don't know the other. One of them is definitely Twin Fangs. It's really good. Puts me up at Precision 6, which I really appreciate. Which is fantastic because it means I can just roll fast. It's also a lot of crit. 34% crit chance on Constrict is excellent. Reaver going up also makes my crit damage that much more powerful. So you have a lot of options. There is a mosquito flying around my room, and I really hate that. Just wanted to share that piece of critical tech with you all. I do like Whispered Invitation because it gets me up to Shadow 5, or 4 rather. It is a bit of a waste on the Whispered Invitation, or rather the, what's it called? The Enchanted side. I think I'm just going to grind the Metronome here and push a little harder on Storm King. We will be critting by clicking this. Our smites are doing 231s, which are pretty dope, so that's nice. I think we want to avoid guaranteed damage from bosses. So avoid Radiant Market. I think we could burst Mimic down, but it's still pretty scary. I think Rhinferno will be better. So let's go to the Silent Promenade here. We're dancing on a razor's edge is the way to think about this. I still think we're strong enough that we're not worrying too much, but still. Double rare augments I do want. I want that more than the Quilling Cage here for sure. Double rare augments is frequently the best thing you can pick. Plus, I'm actually also benefiting from Quilling Hoarder 3 right now, so my money is kind of nonsense. Cool, you'll kind of see why I like Battle Cry. I just click this, and then suddenly I can absolutely maim most enemies, right? We get this, great. I can just blast everything, and then I just walk away. I do take 1 damage from Shadow. True, I take 1 damage. I have no block generation right now, actually. So, there's nothing is alive, so I may as well end turn. I should maybe consider some defense, so I don't die to Shadow. That might be nice. But, fair enough. Let's go 1... 2, blow up everything. Great job, we end the combat, earned $1 billion. Absolute truckload of money picked up, fantastic. On defeating a threaded enemy, thread the nearest non-threaded enemy, kind of interesting. Rare augment here. On turn start, inflict hex to your threaded enemies. On turn start, gain full cost discount, I like that. Not great rolls, honestly. Boiling Muck. Ooh, I kinda like marked synergy here. Marked synergy is nice. I don't necessarily need more precision. I have enough. Frozen Flamethrower is a weird roll here. Boiling Muck, maybe not great. I can aggressively re-roll here, though, I think. We'll take it. Poisoned Heart. Pulsar Belt. I like Pulsar Belt because as a grind it gets me shield. So I think I'm going to take that, and it also puts me on Storm King 5. Here's where that marked synergy is coming from, right? Storm King 5. So we'll take the Pulsar Belt here, which is great. I do think it is free Stitch. I think there's a lot of value to that. Yep. I might re-roll this. I don't know, it's pretty weak. I could think of better ones. I'll take the reroll here. Still not great. Prepared Constrict, I'm not a huge fan of. I can gain even more. Anytime I invigorate, I just gain 20 more Omni damage. It's fine, I suppose, right? Sure. More damage at the end of... Lost at the end of turn, but still acceptable. Sure, fine. Do more damage. Let's go to the shrine, definitely. Let's take this fish with us. Helmet Crab is nice. My grind here is, wait for it, Pulsar Belt, fantastic. Storm King 5. We will be taking on the Guardian of the Unbound Key. My goal here is to kill him so fast that there is no real chance. I think I'm actually going to eat this Helmet Crab here. We're probably taking a hit. What is this double elemental ale stuff? Weird. Okay, this man hits like a truck. Cool, first action, War Cry, do big number, stab him. Cool, actually, crush him. Completely, wow, check this number out. Gave him the marked, hold up, crush him. Hold up, wait a second, do you want to just win this combat on turn 1? Wow. Didn't think I would be that strong. There's no real reason for me not to do this, right? Right? Cheese cards. I still want to generate the cheese cards value, so I want to hit him twice. There you go. Okay. Cool. That was the fastest Guardian of the Unbound Key I've literally ever had. Pretty awesome. Rare Augment. Restorative Invigorate is nice. Defensive Constrict is nice. These are good pickups. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Ah, and here it is. We get Weave, which is awesome. Big fan of this. Definitely want big AoE effects for my things here. Big fan here. Definitely better than Tether. Unfortunately, we didn't get Loom, but Weave is plenty perfect. Great. What is this? Ermong's Egg? Interesting. Oh, you want just like a second glass cannon, actually, Monster Train? It's not Monster Train. I definitely want that. Yeah, okay, cool. Glass cannon, the 2. Wait a second. Conduit of Hybridized Ages? Why are you here? Yes. Of course. It's such a good legendary. There's a lot of things here that are really strong, in fact. Like, Blessed Brickstones is pretty decent. Chatty Cathy even is pretty decent. I should basically max out Chatty Cathy from this position. Spam this up. But Conduit of Hybridized Ages is nuts. It's a whole will per orb is 1 free will per turn. And when I take that orb, my next attack gets 100 Omni. Yeah, of course. It's too strong to skip. In fact. Simply too strong to skip. Great. Incredible news. Cool. Now, restoring health, not bad. Gaining shield, much better, I think. While I don't necessarily want too much defense in my build, having a little bit so I don't eat dirt from Shadow is pretty cool. This means I can comfortably, I think, grind up the Whispered Invitation and be okay. Which I'm almost certainly doing next. Over 1,000 gold, by the way. Pretty cool. Let's grind up. Where are you? Whispered Invitation. It's good because I end up on Shadow 4. 40 extra Omni damage permanently. And I should be comfortably able to take... You want Rare Augment? Probably. Rare Augment, Glyph Globe, and Heroic Vault. That seems pretty good. I have space for 1 item. Seems fine. Get a potion. What do I get? Potion of Power. Here's the play. I think I am going to eat one of these elemental ales here. I think the Potion of Power multiplies really well with my gameplay for this particular combat. Let's move on. This combat is high damage, but we should be okay. Let's just chow down real fast. Fine. Taking 100 damage here, which is pretty spicy, if I'm being honest with you. I blast every Chompy. I completely blow this up. I Shadow Realm these dudes, which is incredible. I'm going to throw an orb up here and then completely end that guy. Incredible work. Go team. I actually can't click anything. End will. Fantastic. Good turn. A lot of good crits on that. I'm probably not going to get that good of a roll moving forward, but that's okay. Do some shots here. Lightning Bolt still kills everyone. Fantastic. I think I'm just going to Lightning Bolt here and then finish the Chompies off. And I'm going to hit the Constrict. I actually can't Constrict, so I take 1 damage. Wow. I should have definitely thought about that. I can't end turn. Really? Why can't I end my turn? You guys seeing this? Is it because I have nothing threaded? There we go. Good grief. I'm over here like, excuse me? Alright, that was weird. Alright, Battle Cry, it's fine. Just throw this stuff. And then immediately you just kind of end this combat with a kaboom. It's fine. Weird. That was a weird bug. I wonder what that was. Over 2,000 gold, by the way, for anyone keeping track. Bounty Hunter Pistol, huh? Your first attack binding deals double damage on Scorched Request. This is good if I don't need to use Weave, which I usually do. Bounty Hunter Pistol I like because it's an excellent grind for this. It's an excellent grind. Rare Augment. Oh, here we go. Reduce cooldown of your other bindings by 1. Exceptional. This is not helpful on turn 1, but it's helpful later. It's very strong for this. I'm a big fan. Patchwork Stitch is actually pretty good too. Some defense. A little weird that it's 2 on Stitch and 3 on Constrict, but you know, fair enough. I'm actually going to go with Hastening Invigorate. That's really nice. Good pickup. We have a grind. I think Bounty Hunter's Pistol gets me a -1 cooldown on Battle Cry. Incredible work. Also gets me Bounty Hunter 3, which makes my marked that much stronger, which is coming from, wait for it, Storm King. And I won't say no to Treasure Hunter 2. I think that's fine. We'll just grind this up pretty much right away. Very cool. I have an obnoxious amount of money. Grind up the pistol. Feels good. Cool. Moving on. I am going to just buy a rare augment here. I might as well. Inflict an additional stack of shocked. On villains, this is going to be excellent. I actually think I will do this. This is going to be on Cinder. I click the boss, and then I just absolutely blast him. So that's pretty cool. We'll actually take that. I like it. Incrito. That's fun. I don't necessarily need it, but I won't say no, I suppose. I might re-roll this. There's definitely other things I could have seen that are great here. Yeah, here we go. Storm King again. I might take the multi-tool just for a grind. It's a pretty good pickup for that, huh? The other cool thing is I can actually dump cheese cards, right? I don't really need the Quillings for much, so let's take the multi-tool here. I also just generally pretty much like anytime I'm rolling crits here, that I just go completely ballistic with smites. Our smites are doing how much damage right now? 288, and I'm getting 2 of them whenever I crit. There's also the argument if I find any way to synergize into Conduit of Hybridized Ages, I should consider it. We should completely blast here. I'm not really worried. We'll earn a bunch of money and get to like 2,300 or something. I should... Yeah, okay, we rolled a couple crits. Feels decent here. I don't really see this combat going terribly long. Yes, 145 incoming damage. Seems reasonable. Cool. Yes, I too would like to phase on turn 1. Good. Walk away. Look how much damage this is. 178 damage. You feel good about that? Not really. End turn here. Yeah, fine. Cool. I take some damage. It's fine. We should finish this combat pretty close to immediately, right? Crit roll here. Crit roll finishes. Great job. No reason to delay. Here we go. 370 health. Even more money. Obscene. Great. Seems strong. Splice or Sew. Interesting. 891 damage to a threaded enemy for each thread you have. Detach their thread. On defeating an enemy, reset cooldown to 0. The truth is, I think I do enough damage that raising this to 891 might be awesome. Ooh, critical stitch as well. My friends, I think Splice might be it. I'm going to go ahead and splice him with a critical stitch here, and that is going to murder everything. We're over 2,400 money. Fantastic. Maybe I'll just see a Mumsies or something and have a good day of it, but I don't think the elites are going to present much of a problem here either. We're probably burning up this cheese cards or just throwing it away. I'm over on precision now, so that's nice. I can just drop this and it won't matter. Cool. Start this combat. Oh, yes, these losers. What are you going to do? What is your plan? Let's focus on the ink in a box here, actually. Yeah, let's focus on ink in a box. Try to get as many of these as we can. Toss this. Go for this orb here. Splice does just absolutely Shadow Realm some guys. Great. I can just... what? I just splice him and he's super dead. And then we kill this guy up here and we're out. Seems good. Cool. As long as I use Constrict, I'm doing okay on that stuff. Instantly kill any of them, which is honestly great. Cool. I'll take the orb, I guess. Take the battle cry here. I know I just used the orb of hybridized ages, but like it doesn't matter. Behold my strength. Because what'll happen here is I go ahead and I go like this. I take an orb. I end this combat, basically. Here, we can even do better, right? Conduit of Hybridized Ages. Guy takes 31,000 damage. I think we're good, right? I think we've got it. Tons of cash. $3,000. Seems good. Cooldown released or set to 0 on the first 2 uses each turn. Smite on hit, actually. Actually, smite on hit is pretty decent. Guaranteed smite turns smiting. Lightning becomes... You know, I don't have chain lightning or anything, but I'm okay with this. Smite on hit, let's go. Miser's Purse is pretty good. I definitely am going to have 100 Omni damage from that, which is a lot of damage gained. Big fan. Cool. I'm not going to click any of these right now. We're going to go ahead and open up this last one. I'm basically dropping cheese cards here, which is fine. I definitely want to keep Deceitful Runes. I'd like to keep a lot of this other stuff. But before I do anything too fancy, let's see what's in this shop. I have a ton of money to spend. Tons of money here. Tetra Twin is disgusting. Right? This is just do an extra 50% damage. Yeah, okay. Great, we did it. That's gaming. Right? Gaming. Reroll this. Sure, what else do I get today? What else you got for me? Wit's Book of Magic is not bad. I actually think I'm leaning towards grinding up the malfunctioning multi-tool right now. See if I can roll into, I don't know, lightning bolts or something. Refractory. Yeah, okay, here we go. Here, we're going to have fun. We're going to go ahead and grind up a multi-tool here. This gets me to, where is it? Storm King 7. I'm going to buy Refractory. Cool. Now when I hit something... Yeah, now when I hit something, it smites. I no longer need malfunctioning multi-tool except for to have 8 Storm King. I guess I don't mind the smite damage. It adds up, right? So there's that. I think I would like to grind up Crafted Siphons here, however, because that pushes me to Inventor 4, which gives me random shocked, but also gets me up to Reaver 5, which is 25 more crit damage. Miser's Purse is very strong, if I'm being honest with you. Miser's Purse is very strong. I don't know how important 8 Storm King really is. I like it, but Crafted Siphons is pretty good. Not that good, is it? Let's spin again. Oof. It's hard not to take Forged Lightning Bolts here, right? This is just better. Okay. Alright, we're cooked, right? We're completely cooking here. It's insanity. What do I even do now? I'm so strong. I do 1 billion damage. Maybe I get rid of Conduit of Hybridized Ages. This is like good, but I don't really care. Maybe I grind that up? Take something else? What do you even take? I have so much cash, it doesn't matter. I mean, at this point, I actually think Miser's Purse is a really good roll here, so that's something to keep in mind. Miser's Purse is just straight up 100 Omni damage, which will increase my base damage number by a lot. What if I grind up the Conduit? It gets me Orb Lord 2, which is mobility, I guess. Is that better than Miser's Purse? I guess so. I can line this up with the best plays, and it gives me an extra will per turn. It's pretty good. We're at the point where I'm just so strong that it's kind of weird, right? Just re-roll this real quick, see if I hit something exciting. On using a binding, smite the nearest enemy. A lot of good stuff here. A lot of really interesting picks. Yeah, Study of Windsong is also pretty incredible. This is something I was also considering, is find something that gives you, wait for it, Bounty Hunter 5, because now the smites result in 50% more damage on every hit. Pretty great, right? Yep, that's sure true. That is sure true. 50% more damage is worth more than Miser's Purse. Let's be clear about that. So I'm currently leaning towards Study of Windsong and grind it up. We definitely don't need 30% chance to inflict marked. I'm inflicting marked with literally every single hit at this point. I just debate how much I actually conduit is my thought process. It's a pretty decent grind, but it's not that great of a grind, right? Let's put that on the ground for now. I'm going to take Study of Windsong. This adds so much damage that it's like, alright, champ. Like, that's huge. 50% bonus damage. We could just grind that up, which I actually think I will. Just to always guarantee have that. Now I have a slot open. How much money do I actually need for anything? Not a lot. Miser's Purse is not a bad pickup here, though. Just add an extra 100 damage and be happy with it. 100 Omni Power, specifically. Yeah, I mean, on my first turn, I definitely have that many Quillings, so easy mode. Maybe I roll into a Mumsies after this, which does add more, but I don't need... I'm just going to dumpster Conduit. For the record, I think Hex is well worth it. This is super valuable. 30% bonus magic damage is a multiplier on my Splice and my Weave. It doesn't help Constrict, but trust me, the numbers are good in my favor. We're in pretty great shape. Let's move on. I'm overthinking a lot of this. We have won the run. Good job. Weaver is a good pick for this for a lot of reasons. I like how forthcoming their damage is. They have a lot of very powerful plays. Our whole goal here is basically just toss Weave at them. Omni power play. Right? Wow. That is so much damage. Excuse me? Okay. Yeah, I'll just end my turn. That's fine. Cool. Seems good. Great. Do it again. Hit him with the lightning bolt, which immediately phases him. And then I just completely Shadow Realm these other guys. I'm taking zeros here. Seems good. I'm going to take an orb just so I can hit the... Yeah, hit Battle Cry one more time. Cool. Yeah, I think we're plenty strong. Let's be clear here. We've done it, right? End the combat. Okay, I'm overthinking this run. I'm way far beyond the point of any concerns here. Let's move on. Okay, we've done it. All right, don't think too hard about this is where I'm at right now. We've got the damage. As long as I don't immediately pass away against the Unbound, we should be fine. I can even do stuff here like pick up a rare augment, which is cool. Seems cool. I could add 50 damage to Stitch. That seems good. Sure. Bump that up to a big number. I don't know what I'm going to grind up, but we'll find out today. Wollo's Bloodletter, the Tempest's Wrath. Interesting. Starwalker is fun, I suppose. Let me just re-roll this a bit, see if I find anything better. Unfortunately, Tetra Twin does not stack. We do plenty of damage. Spin that one more time. Wit's Book of Magic is fun. On your turn, use Constrict or its Ascension on all enemies. Now, the unfortunate thing is I think it is... Does it require anything? It's just really strong, isn't it? I don't know if I want that, but it's pretty big numbers. Let's re-roll again. Aspect of Ashaloon. That's pretty good, huh? Plus 50 smite damage is fun. Gaze, which means I smite them when I hit them, which is not bad. Huh. I could get a lot of stuff here. That's a tempting one. Let's just re-roll again, see if I roll anything particularly nonsense. Encouragement. No, I'm going to try again. Fine. The Trickster's Hook. No. Again, don't care. If enemies are threaded, you gain 1 will reserve and plus 100 omni damage. I mean, that's pretty good. Is there anything I don't really want to pick up here? I don't even know. I just need to stay over 650, I think. So this is the last one, I think, that I get to pick on. 15 movement. I mean, at this point, I may as well take the stabilizer, right? 150 goes to, what, 847? I don't want to lose the value on Miser's Purse, so I think we just kind of buy stabilizer and stay over 650, and we're gonna salvage the stabilizer just to get Starwalker 4, which is reasonable, I think. And then we'll move on from here. We chill over 650 Quillings just to win the whole business here. We should absolutely obliterate this man, though, right? Pretty much instant phases whenever I can. Want to make sure I get him with this. Generate effect. That's a big amount of damage to just drop on him like that. Cool. What if I just phase on this turn, huh? Yeah, I think I can just end turn here, and we chill, right? Seems good. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and orbit up. Who got shocked? Oh, I don't have that anymore, right? Yeah, I don't have Inventor anymore. That seems okay. I definitely want to make sure I connect the Shatter with the boss here, or the Hex with the boss, rather. Oh, cool. I win the run, actually, immediately on this turn. Hold up. Wait, I'm actually cracked. And then you just hit Potion of Power for good measure. And I think we pop off. Right? My next attack binding, so I can freely use Battle Cry here for funsies a couple times. And I just walk over here and we just see how much damage I can do in a single blast. 136k, cool. That was a run of Monster Train. Not Monster Train, the video game. You can tell what I play the most. That was a run of Inkbound, the video game. We were strong. Anyway, this is kind of what you're looking to do, right? You're looking to consolidate down into crits plus glass cannon plus big damage boosts and just crush. Seems good, honestly. Cool. We had a lot of damage. Yeah, getting a second glass cannon was certainly fun. That's nice. Because of the way this works out, this doubles the attack binding and then doubles it again. So these multiply together. Now, of course, I'm taking 4 times damage as well. So any turn I took damage was like 160 damage threatened. But basically, you just had to pick your combat so that nothing had guaranteed damage, right? Stuff like, I think actually Radiant Market would have been okay because we phased so fast. But I could have seen a world where he got 1 hit on me for like 50 and I would have died, right? This is complete glass cannon. A lot of fun, though. I like this challenge a lot. That was good. So, excellent work. Tetra Twin, fantastic. Having some shadow just to roll into this was silly. And then, honestly, the smiting was really good. On hitting an enemy, I smote it twice. And then also, Lightning Bolt was applying its own smite. So, and each of these smites was applying marked, which I also had Bounty Hunter, which increased the attack damage I was doing by an additional 100%. So, think about the numbers. It was going crazy. The multipliers here were out of control. So, awesome. The nice thing about it actually is that it's so fast. It didn't really matter if I had any setup because there was nothing. It was just, okay, I hit him once. Great. I primed the target. Now Shadow Realm him. So, good stuff. Not much else to add, though. We managed to pull it off in under an hour, which is incredible. So, that's great news. An excellent run, and I got to play Weaver. We love to see it. So, I will let you go there. So hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.